All right, it's 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Do you know where your kids are? Or is that 10 p.m.? So I figured we'd do a little hip opening and some balance. Let's find a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting on a block to elevate my hips, because my hips will be tight early in the morning and in a cold basement. And I'm starting to notice my room. Starting to notice the lighting in my room. I notice the sounds. I notice the air on the skin. I notice the air coming in through my nose. I notice my thoughts. And the thoughts and worries and anxieties that I had before I started practice are going to still be there during my practice, but I'm not going to pay attention to them. They're just going to be along the side wall watching as I move through my asana. Just place your right hand at the middle of your chest, heart center, and place your left hand over your right hand, pulling everything in towards the center, pulling everything in towards your body. Yoga is mind, body, breath, intention, awareness, awareness of your body in the present moment. Let's do a quick scan, starting at your feet, up through your knees, your hips, back, shoulders, following your arms out to your hands, which are holding your heart, up through your neck, out through the crown of your head, which is going towards the ceiling. And let's come back to that breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Now keep your mouth closed as you sigh this breath out and notice the sound of the ocean inside your mouth, inside your throat, inside your sinuses. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath in through the nose. Let's take the arms out to the side, palms facing up. Breathe in and bring the arms up overhead. Touch the fingertips and hold. Reverse the hands. Exhale. Arms down. blocks out of the way. Reverse your palms, palms facing up. Inhale, arms up overhead. Fingers meet, pause, reverse the hands, exhale, arms down. Place your right hand on the ground or possibly on the block, whichever is comfortable. And bring your left arm up and over, leaning over to the right. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come center. Place the left hand on the ground. Inhale, the right arm up and over, opening up the chest, leaning to the left, trying to keep both sit bones either on your block or on the floor, not leaning over and dumping over to the left. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come center. Roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. Place your hands on your right thigh. Gentle twist to the right. Taking a breath. Exhale, come center. Do the same on the other side. Breathe in. Exhale, come center. Place the fingertips on the floor in front of you and start to walk them forward, bending at the waist, going as far as you can go, meeting your body exactly where it is in this moment, at this time. Not thinking about how your body was super flexible yesterday, or not worrying about how your body isn't going to do anything tomorrow. Just noticing your body right now. Taking a deep breath. Exhale and come all the way back up. Let's clasp the hands in front of us, do some wrist circles. Go the opposite way. Place your hands out in front of you, fingers down towards the floor, fingers up towards the ceiling, down towards the floor, up towards the ceiling. One more time down, one more time up. Cross your right elbow over your left, meet the elbows in an X. Then bend your elbows up, grabbing the upper thumb, which is my right thumb. And I'm raising my elbows up and shoulders out. Elbows up, shoulders out. This makes my shoulder blades roll off the side of my back. One breath. Exhale. Breathe in. On an exhale, let that go. Shake it out. Bring your hands back in. Place the left elbow over the right elbow. Bend at the elbows, bringing the elbows up and the shoulders forward. Grabbing that upper thumb, which is my left thumb. Taking another deep breath. And exhale, let that go. Roll your shoulders back twice or thrice. Come forward once or twice or thrice. If you're sitting on a block, remove the block. Place your blocks at the front of the mat. And let's come into thunderbolt pose. I'm sitting on my thighs. My sit bones are on my heels. My feet are, I'm on the top of my feet. If you can't go all the way down, you can place a block underneath your sit bones or in between your ankles and sit on that block. This is a good way to help lengthen your quads, also bring flexibility to your ankles. I'm sitting in my thunderbolt position, thighs are touching, hands are on my thighs, top of my thighs. Back is long, neck is long, head is going towards the ceiling. And when I sit here, I'm thinking about the sensation in my body. Where do I feel sensation? How does my body feel in this pose? Take the arms out front, clasping the hands together and pushing your fist forward, bringing your shoulders forward, bringing the shoulder blades off the side of your back. And then bring the fist towards you, bringing the shoulder blades together in the back. Go forward, go back. And you can play with this. Forward, back, connecting with the breath. Inhale in, exhale out, or maybe even do the opposite. It's up to you. One more out, one more in. And come to neutral, unclasp the hands. Bring the hands all the way to the back. Clasp the hands in the back. Straighten the arms. And my fist is down by my tailbone right now. And slowly I'm going to start to raise my fist up. And you can stay right here. Shoulders are pulled back and down. My neck and my spine is still long. Like I said, you can stay right here, or you can start to lean forward, bringing the fist up, trying to keep your palms together. And forehead possibly hits the floor. Your arms are possibly straight going towards the ceiling, but they are where they are. And exhale and come on all the way up. And shake out your hands, arms. Let's come onto all fours at the top of the mat. Finding a tabletop position. Tops of my feet are on the floor. Hips are over knees. Shoulders are over wrists. My hands are splayed out. Middle finger is pointing forward. And I'm gripping the mat with my fingers. So gripping like a gecko. Moving stuff out of the way. Let's extend the right arm out and extend the left leg back. Flexing the left foot. And bring that in. Flex, bring the right arm out. I'm sorry. Left arm out, right leg back. And bring that back in. Now let's do a couple of these on your own, at your own pace. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Right arm out, left leg out into the back, flexing the foot, and noticing. You don't have to rush through this. I'm moving like I'm moving through molasses or mud or something viscous. Just waking things up. Let's do one more right hand, left foot. And one more left hand, right foot. And come back to neutral. Let's take the right arm out to the side. And I'm at 3 o'clock. And 2 o'clock. 1 o'clock. And you can stop anywhere you need to. I'm going to go all the way to 12 o'clock. Opening up to the right. And bringing that right arm all the way down, threading it through, and placing the right shoulder on the mat. Right side of my head is on the mat. And I square my hips to my heels. Option of extending the left arm straight above my head, tenting my fingers. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, bring the hand back by your face. Push up with your left arm. Bring that right arm back out in space, up through your clock face. All the way to 12, if that's in your practice. And then bring that arm back down. Let's do the same on the other side. Left arm out and up, coming to 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and possibly 12 o'clock. And bring that arm down, thread it through, placing your left shoulder and left side of your head on the mat, squaring your hips to your heels. It's in your practice. Extend the right arm above your head, tenting your fingers, and letting gravity work on your left shoulder. Just giving in to gravity. Taking a deep breath. And bring that right hand back by your face. Push up. Left arm goes back out and up. Maybe to 12 o'clock. Maybe to 11 o'clock. It's up to you. And bring that hand back down in line with the right. We're back in tabletop. Let's work on our hips a little bit. Bringing the right leg up, keeping it bent. Sole of the foot is going towards the ceiling. Pushing the front of the mat away with our hands so we're not dumping down. And bring the right knee out to the side, the right side, much height as you can. Trying to keep that 90-degree angle with your knee. And then bring that back down. Let's do that again. Knee up. Right knee out to the right side. And then back down. Is it allergy season or is it allergy season? Let's extend the right foot to the end of the mat, rolling over the toes. Push the front of the mat away, lengthening your leg, stretching out the Achilles, the calves, hamstring, hip to a certain extent. Roll over the big toes, small toes. Take your time. Put your mind in your toes. Now let's lift the right leg. Bring it across your body, placing the right foot on the outside of the left side of the mat. Pushing the front of the mat away. Rolling your shoulder blades off your back. Your right heel should be pointing towards the ceiling. If it's in your practice, you can look over your shoulder at that heel. If it's in your practice, you can start to push that right heel back in space, keeping your hips exactly where they are and feeling that extra little stretch, noticing how it feels right now. Lift that right leg, bring it all the way across, placing the right foot on the outside of the right side of the mat in a kind of angle or flying buttress. And let's come all the way up, bringing the torso up straight, placing the right hand, right knee, left arm comes up, and then leaning over towards the right. Keeping the left shoulder back in space, trying not to dump forward. If it's in your practice, you can take your right hand and reach out a little bit further, reaching as if someone's handing you a big ball. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come all the way up. And place the left hand on the floor or on a block if it's convenient. And bring the right arm all the way up. And then angle it towards your ear, creating a long line from your fingertips all the way down to your heel, which is grounded. So you're reaching and grounding at the same time. Reach, open up, take a deep breath. On an exhale, let's bring everything back in towards the center. Bring your torso up and place the right foot at the top of the mat. I got my two blocks here for stability. I'm going to scooch my left knee back a couple of inches so that I'm in a kneeling lunge. And then just inching forward, placing my hands on my right knee or maybe on my waist, and just moving my hips forward in space. Keeping my torso up straight. I'm not leaning forward. And let's come back to center. Grabbing those two blocks for stability. Straighten the front leg, the right leg, bringing the heel towards the top of the mat. So we're in our half splits. And start to bend at the waist, bringing the hips back. If you want to actually take your left hand and assist your hips in going back as you lean forward. I'm using my blocks as stability, as balance. And this is as far as my body goes this morning. Breathing. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, start to come up. Bend the front leg and scooch that left knee back in so that we're in a 90-90 position. So 90 degrees with my front leg, 90 degrees with my back leg. Now I'm going to take my right hand, and bring it all the way back, bending my left knee up, bending my left knee so that I can grab onto my left foot with my right hand. If you need a blanket, because your knee is giving you some talk back, some sass, just grab that blanket, put your knee on the blanket. So bending the knee, bending the left knee, grabbing the top of your left foot with your right hand, And my left hand now is on the floor or on a block. And I'm starting to lean open to the right side. So I'm bringing my right shoulder back in space, starting to gaze at where the ceiling meets the wall, pulling my left heel in towards my butt. And noticing what I notice. Taking in deep breaths, expanding the chest. And let's square the shoulders to the mat. Gently let go of that left foot. And then replace the right knee next to the left. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So we're back in our tabletop. Let's raise the left knee, keeping the knee bent, leg bent. Pushing the floor away, noticing the shoulder blades roll off the side of your back. Bring that left knee out to the side, trying to keep that 90 degrees in your leg. And then bring the knee back down. Bring the knee up, off to the left side, and back down. Knee up, off to the side, and back down. Extend the left foot to the end of the mat, roll over the toes. Push the front of the mat away. Roll over the big toes, the small toes, middle toes. Lengthening your left leg. Lift that left leg and bring it across your body, placing the left foot on the outside of the right side of the mat. Push the front of the mat away with your arms. Heel should be pointing towards the ceiling. If it's in your practice, you can gaze over your shoulder at that heel. Option to push the left heel back in space as you keep your hips exactly where they are. Noticing the sensation that that creates. Breathing. Let's lift the left leg, bring it all the way across, placing the left foot on the outside of the left side of the mat. Coming up, bringing the torso up. Placing the left hand on the left knee, right arm comes all the way up. And then lean over to the left. If it's in your practice, you can take that left arm and reach for that ball that someone's handing you. Think about your right shoulder coming back in space, opening up. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come all the way up. Placing your right hand on a block or on the floor. Bring the left arm up and then start to angle it towards your ear, creating a long line from your fingertips all the way down to your grounded heel. And reaching and breathing. One more deep breath. On an exhale, bring everything in, placing the left foot at the top of the mat, grabbing your two blocks, scooching your right knee back a couple of inches, and coming into that leaning lunge with the knee on the floor, so kneeling lunge. And start to push forward, pushing the hips, the torso forward. Noticing the stretch that you feel around your groin, around the pelvis and the hips. Come back up straight. Take your 2 blocks for stability. I'm going to also bring that blanket, place my knee on the blanket. Straighten the front leg, so I'm straightening my left leg, coming into half splits, and starting to bend at the waist. Take my right hand, I'm taking the right hand and just negotiating with my right hip, bringing it back in space a little bit. That's a good word to use, negotiating. And going as far as you can go. Where is your body this morning? Taking a deep breath. And exhale, bring your torso up, rebend the front leg. Scooch that right knee in so that we're at a 90 degrees in the front, 90 degrees in the back. Now my right leg doesn't always just pop up. So I take my right hand and help it. So I'm going to help my right leg up so that I can grab my right foot with my left hand. Then I return my right hand to the block, and I'm pulling my right heel into my butt as I open up to the left side, bringing my shoulder back in space, gazing up to where the wall meets the ceiling, opening up my chest, pulling that foot in towards my butt. Breathing. Taking one more deep breath. On an exhale, square your shoulders and gently let go of that right foot. And then return the left knee next to the right knee. I'm going to remove my blanket. Now I'm taking my knees out to the edges of the mat, and my heels are right behind my knees, so I'm not having my toes meet in the back. So my knees are still straight. I'm kind of at a triangle here, so my knees are wide, and my legs, my calves are directly behind my knees. And to the best of my ability, I'm going to start to sit down in between my legs. Now, if I don't go down very far, I can always use a block. Place a block there for support. So I'm stretching out my hamstrings, stretching out my hips. So if I can go all the way to the floor with my hips and my sit bones, good for me, good for you. And in this hero pose, I can stay right here and be quite happy with this pose. I'm noticing a lot of stretching in my legs. My legs are internally rotated, just naturally. Now, if you want to take this a little bit further, you can start to lean back, going slowly and just noticing what you notice. And go back on your elbows. And maybe this is a place where you pause. And my neck is neutral. It's in a neutral position. I'm not bringing my chin to my chest, nor am I letting my head just fall back. And if it's in your practice, grab your ankles and just lower your shoulder blades all the way to the floor. Taking deep breaths here. You can feel that breath go all the way from your chest down into your legs. Now coming out of this, grab your ankles and put your elbows down by the tops of your feet and then start to push up. And then I take one hand and place it behind my back and help push all the way up. Let's lean forward and just counter that bend that we just did. So I'm bringing my forehead towards the mat in a child's pose. And come all the way up. Let's make our way to tabletop. I would recommend shaking out your legs. And while we're in tabletop, let's come to a pigeon pose. So I'm bringing my left knee forward and touching my left wrist, and then angling my left shin in towards, so that my left foot is touching the outside of the left side of the mat. You can come up as high as you can. So the ultimate expression is to have this type of thing where your shin is directly in front of you at a 90-degree angle. My shin doesn't do that, so I'm bringing it up as high as I can, and then I'm lengthening my right leg all the way out so that my foot is at the end of the mat. Grabbing my two blocks, pushing myself up into a upright position with a slight back bend, and trying to sink down into this. So my pelvis is sinking down towards the heel of my left foot. And you're more than welcome to stay right here. You can uncurl the toes or curl the toes, it's up to you. I'm going to start to lean forward, so if that's in your practice, leaning forward, bringing my forehead towards the mat, coming down on my forearms, and noticing what I notice. Sensation in the left hip. If it's in your practice, you can curl the right toes under and lift your right knee, engaging your right leg, pushing that right heel back in space gives more of a stretch to your right leg. If you have your knee up, bring it back down, uncurl the toes, grab your blocks, and on an exhale, come all the way up to seated pigeon. And place your hands in front of you, come up on your toes again, and then return the legs to tabletop. Maybe shake out that left leg. Let's do the same on the other side. So bring that right knee up towards your right wrist, up towards the right wrist, and then angle the foot out towards the left side of the mat. That's as far as my foot goes. Maybe your foot can go all the way up here. And then lengthen the left leg, bringing the toes towards the back of the mat. Grab your 2 blocks and come up into seated pigeon. Letting the hips fall down towards your right heel. Slight back bend, gazing up to where the wall meets the ceiling. If it's in your practice, you can place your forearms on the mat in front of you and start to lean forward to reclining pigeon or folded pigeon. If it's in your practice, you can curl your left toes under, lift your left knee, push that left heel back in space. You also have the option of placing a block in front of you and placing your forehead on the block as support. Replace the left knee, uncurl the toes, remove any blocks. And then I'm using those blocks to bring myself all the way back up into seated pigeon. I'm placing my hands at the top of the mat and coming back into my tabletop, shaking out my right leg. Let's curl the toes under, lift the knees, and push back into a down dog. Adjust your feet, pedal the feet back and forth, getting some blood flow back into your legs. Let's come up on the toes, look at the top of the mat, and tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. And we're in our forward fold at the top of the mat. Let's bend the left knee and bring the left elbow connecting to the left knee. So I'm pushing my elbow against my bent left knee. Right leg is straight. And I'm going to take my right arm up to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And I'm pulling that right hip back in space. And bring that right arm down. Straighten your left leg, bend your right leg. Place your right elbow against your right knee. Push in towards center. And then bring your left arm up in space. 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock. And pulling that left hip back in space. And bring that arm back down. And we're at the top of our mat. Let's slowly make our way up, chin to chest. And exhale at the top of that. Bring yourselves all the way up, maybe rolling the shoulders back a couple of times. And exhale, hands to prayer at your heart center. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, bending at the knees. Inhale, come up halfway to a tabletop. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Extend the left leg to the back of the mat. And we're in a runner's lunge. Now scoot your right foot all the way to the edge of the right side of the mat. Place both hands on the inside of your right foot for lizard pose. And notice that my right shoulder is right next to my right knee. And just holding here. Now put your mind in your pelvis and start to let it sink down towards the mat without bending your left knee. So I'm not bending my left knee to come down. Just letting my hips and my pelvis sag towards the mat. And come back up. Take the right foot to the end of the mat. And let's push back into down dog. Pedal the feet. Come up on your tiptoes, look to the top of the mat, and walk to the top of the mat or tiptoe to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your arms out to the side, bringing yourself all the way up. Hands meeting prayer. Exhale, hands to heart center. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Bend the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Extend the right leg to the back of the mat. Exhale. And scooch that left foot to the edge of the left side of the mat. Bring both hands on the inside of that left leg. Connect your left shoulder to your left knee. And start to let that pelvis and your hips sag towards the mat, keeping your right leg long. And come back up. Extend the left leg to the back of the mat. And come down on your knees. Bring your knees wide. Touch your toes in the back and push back into child's pose. Bring your head towards the mat. If your hips need some support, you can place a block underneath your hips. Let's come back up into tabletop. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, push back into down dog. And let's lift the left leg up in space. Bend the knee, open the hips to the left. Do some foot circles. Exhale, square the hips to the floor. Come up on your right tiptoes. Bring that left knee in towards your chest. And then bring the left foot to the top of the mat. So we're in a runner's lunge. Bring both hands out forward and up, coming into crescent pose. And pivoting on the back foot and opening up into warrior two. I'm going to reverse myself so that I can face the camera. Noticing your warrior two. Shoulders are over hips. We have a through line going from the top of our head through the middle of our body, through our groin to the center below our body. My front leg is endeavoring to come to a 90 degrees, and my back leg is strong. My back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Arms are shoulder height. And I'm looking at my front fingers. Let's straighten the front leg. And then turn both toes in towards the right side of the mat. Place your hands on your hips. And start to lean forward. Take your hands and slide them down your legs as far as they will go. Maybe you can grab your ankles. Maybe you can grab your toes with your peace fingers. And then start to bring your forehead towards the floor to the extent that you can. Taking a deep breath on an exhale, start to make your way back up, placing your hands on your hips, bringing your torso all the way up. Pivot on your front foot, coming back into our warrior two. Reach forward, drop your back arm, wrapping it around your waist. Reach forward, come back into peaceful warrior. And then come forward, placing your hands on the top of the mat. Extend the left leg to the back of the mat and push back into your down dog. I'm going to reverse myself again. Let's raise the right leg in the air, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up to the right. Maybe do some foot circles. Exhale, square the hips to the mat. Come up on your left tiptoes, bring that right knee into your chest, and then bring the right foot to the top of the mat. Both arms come forward as you raise your torso up into crescent pose. Pivot on the back foot and come into warrior two. Again, check your warrior. Shoulders over hips. We have this line going from the crown of our head through our middle of our body. So we're not leaning forward, so it's at an angle. We're straight like a plumb line. Let's straighten that leg, front leg, and bring your feet to the left side of the mat. Feet are pointing forward towards the left side of the mat. Hands on hips. If you have a block nearby, grab a block. We're going to do a couple of skandasana. So bring hands to prayer and start to do a deep lunge towards the right. And I'm keeping my foot flat. So if your foot starts to, or if your heel starts to come off the mat, that's where you stop. So if you stop right here, that's where you stop. And bring the left toes up and then come back up. Do the same on the other side. Leaning over towards the left, keeping your foot flat. And then right toes go up towards the ceiling, trying to keep your back long. Let's do the same on the other side. Come back up. And one more on the left side. And come back up. Bring your torso all the way up. Pivot on your front foot. Rebend your front leg and come into your warrior two. Drop your back arm, wrap it around the back of your waist. Reach forward. Come back into peaceful warrior. And then bring your hands to the top of the mat. Bring that right foot back. Knees come to the mat. Back toes touch. And let's come into a brief child's pose. Taking a deep breath. And an exhale, come up to All fours, cross your ankles. Push your hips over your ankles and into a seated position, bringing the heels to the top of the mat. And we're in a sitting forward fold. Let's do some simple twists. Bring the right foot or left foot on the outside of the right knee. Wrap your arm around that left knee. Left arm comes all the way back, pulling the left knee in towards center and gazing over your left shoulder. Engage your right foot. Taking an inhale and an exhale, come all the way across. And extend your heel to the end of the mat. Bend your right leg, bring the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Wrap your arm around that right knee. Right arm comes all the way back. Scoot your hand in towards your tailbone. Pull the knee in towards center. Flex your left foot. Gaze over your shoulder. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, come all the way around again. And extend that heel to the end of the mat. Slowly lower your back to the mat. Shoulder blades, shoulder, back of your head hits last. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Wrap your hands around both knees. Pull your knees in towards your chest, in towards your armpits. Lean over to the right and the left. So rolling, massaging that lower back. And you can play with this. You can do circles with your knees. Place your hands on top of your knees. Go one way, go the other. And then extend each heel to the end of the mat. So the left heel goes to the left corner, right heel goes to the right corner. Place your hands alongside your body, palms facing up. And in our Shavasana, in our corpse pose, we are inviting our body to come back to homeostasis. The nervous system is tingling. Maybe we still have some residual resistance. Put your mind in your feet and slowly come from your feet all the way to the crown of your head. Wherever you notice some tension or resistance, just encourage it to let gravity allow it to melt into the floor. Notice your breath. If thoughts are starting to come back into your brain, into your mind, into your awareness, just notice them. See them for what they are. And just let them pass. There's nothing to do. I'm here with you. You're here with me. Start to bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. Suggestion to bring your arms up overhead and hook your thumbs together. Give yourself a body stretch. Roll over to the right side, placing your head on your bicep. And just pause in this fetal position. There's no place to go at this very moment in time. Nothing to anticipate. And when you're ready, you make your way up to a comfortable seated position. I'm going to grab my block to sit on my block. Bring your hands to prayer, placing your thumbs at your sternum, at your heart center. On an exhale, bow your head. And find gratitude. Find grace. You can come up with a list of things that you're grateful for. But just that feeling of gratitude, of accepting grace at the end of this practice. Take in a deep breath and exhale. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today, and I will see you next time.